Okay, so today we're going to talk about multiplying fractions within word problems. So here we have, you see this word problem says, Alexa spent $60 at Target. 3/4 of that was spent on groceries. How much was spent on groceries? And if you guys look on your papers, you'll see that we solved this problem, the example that's down there. Basically, if you were just doing this numerically, you would say, okay, I'm doing 60 times 3/4, and I know when I have a whole number, what do I need to do? Need to put a 1 under it. So we do 60 times 3 is 180, and 1 times 4 is 4. That is a improper fraction, so I would need to put the numerator in the house, the denominator outside. 4 would go into 18 4 times. Bring down the 0. 4 would go into 25 times. And it's $45 that she spent on groceries. But we can see that in pictures also. You have this whole $60. And we've got to divide it into 4 equal things. Now if I took 60 and I just kept putting a 1, 2, 3, 4, and kept doing that until I got to 60, divided 60 into 4 equal pieces, I would end up with 15 in each piece. And remember that Alexa spent 3/4, so 3 out of these 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 out of these 4 on groceries. So that means 15 plus 15 plus 15, or 15 times 3, was spent on groceries. And of course we know that that is 45. And you can see that written down on your paper. So you can see this is an example where you have something that you're given, and we're looking for part of, we're looking for 3/4 of 60. And so we say 3/4 of 60 is 45. So let's do this one together. You saw that one on your paper. Let's do this one together. Is that the one? No. I get out of order. Sorry. Okay. Let's do this one about Jasmine. Move this out of the way for a minute. Okay. All right. Three-fourths of Jasmine's friends are girls. Of those girls, 2/3 have a brother. What fraction of her friends are girls and have a brother? So first of all, we need to draw out 3/4. So you need to, on your paper, draw out 3/4. So let's draw out a rectangle. And how many equal pieces are we going to divide it into? 4. And how many are we going to color in if we have 3/4? 3. Good. All right, let's do that. Okay, so there we have 3/4. Now, of this 3/4, 2/3 have a brother. So we're going to have to divide now 2/3. And how many are we going to color in of that? Well, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so let's see, how many are colored in both blue for being girls and black for having brothers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 out of how many altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6/12. Anybody think of, is this in simplest form? No, 6/12 is the same as what? 1/2. Good, that's in simplest form. So 1/2 of her friends are both girls and have a brother. And we can see that with with multiplication as 3/4 times 2/3 would give you 6/12. So you can see it both with pictures and with the numerical way that you've learned. Okay? So let's come back to this. Alright. Sometimes you have problems. Where it talks, it's a comparison problem, and it's saying this made this many more than this, or this much as this. So this one, Duncan made strawberry jam and raspberry jam. He made enough strawberry jam to fill 2/5 of a jar. If he made 2/3 as much raspberry jam as strawberry, how much of a jar will the raspberry fill? So this one's written on your paper already, as you can see. But you can see, here's his jar, and it's divided into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll say. Okay, and he fills 2/5 of it with strawberry jam. 1, 2. Okay? Now, it says if he made 2/3 as much raspberry jam as strawberry jam, we need to divide this into 3 equal pieces. And color in 2 of those. 1, 2. Okay, so let's take a look. How much of a jar will the raspberry fill? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of, this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 4 out of 15. And that actually is in simplest form because nothing can go into both 4 and 15. Now you can see it the numerical way by saying 2/5 times 2/3 equals 4/15. So we got the same answer. You see it in both pictures and you see it now in the numerical way as well. Alright, so good. So now let's try this one together. Caroline and Mary went blueberry picking. Caroline picked 6/7 of a pound of blueberries. Mary picked half as much as Caroline. How many pounds of blueberries did Mary pick? So we have 6/7 of a pound. So we need to draw something and divide it into how many equal pieces? Well, hopefully you said 7 because the denominator tells us that. So here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that one looks a little bit too big, so we'll make it smaller. Okay, and we're going to color in 6 of those. Now, as you can see, Mary picked half as much. That means we need to divide it in half and color in half of these. Now, we want to know how much Mary picked. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is this in simplest form? Hopefully you see that these are both even numbers and can both be divided by 2, and we end up with 3/7. 3/7 is our answer. Okay, one last one we're going to do together, that's already written down for you. Slide that out of the way. Okay, and this one, this is one where, sorry, it got crossed out, but it says Zach needs 1 1/3 cups of butter for a batch of cookies. If he made 8 batches of cookies, how many cups of butter did he need? So in this case, this is one where we could do repeated addition, and we talked about how repeated addition is simply just multiplication. So, you know, if we were going to multiply 1 1/3 times 8, we would do 8 times 1 1/3, and we would make this mixed number into an improper fraction, and this would become 4/3. So really we would have 8 over 1 times 4/3, and that would give us 32 over 3. Now what's wrong with 32 over 3? It's an improper fraction, so we have to put the 32 in the house. 3 will go into 3 one time. Bring down the 2. It will go into no times. Oops, 2. And we have 2 left over, so that's 10 and 2/3. And we could also do that, show that by repeated addition. Okay, so let's take a look at the example that you are going to write out on your sheet. A factory makes sheets of metal that are 1/4 of an inch thick. If the sheets are in stacks of 10, how many inches thick will each stack be? So this is one where you could say, I need to repeatedly add 1/4 10 times. But instead of doing that, we could just say 10 times 1/4. And you know we put the 1 over here. So 10 times 1 is 10. 1 times 4 is 4. What's wrong with this problem? What's wrong with this answer? It's an improper fraction. So we put 10 in the house. 4 will go into 10 2 times. We have 2 left over. 2 and 2/4. Is that our answer? No, it's 2 and 1/2. Okay, so now I want you to try these by yourself. Go ahead and pause the video.